Going on, guys? This is Big Will, and this is Tristan with me right here. This is the Sparring Sessions podcast, and we're doing something a little different, man. It's coming to the end of the year. We got two cards left, and we're going to a new era of the UFC with the ESPN deal coming to a close, and then they are starting the Paramount deal, and we got two back-to-back pay-per-views to start the year. I don't remember the last time we had two back-to-back pay-per-views within 7 days of each other. That's pretty cool. And I guess these aren't pay-per-views anymore. These are PLEs. They take that from the WWE side, the premium live events. Because if you didn't know, you don't have to pay for pay-per-view anymore in the UFC. So that's cool. Uh, Tristan, what do you think about these two big main events that just got announced with Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim championship? And then 7 days later, we got Volkanovski versus Lopez 2. What do you think about these fights?
Honestly, I'm excited for both of these ones. I've heard a lot of people are not happy with Diego Lopez, but he is my favorite fighter in the UFC right now. So I'm very excited to see that rematch, especially after Diego Lopez knocked out Gene Silva. That was an incredible win for him. You said pay-per-views are done completely. I was under the assumption that's just in the United States. Is that or is that worldwide? Like is are you
Come on, man. You know things don't exist outside the United States.
okay?
Nothing's real. Nah, I'm joking.
All right. Well,
But
I'm not too
I
sure
think
yet because I think we're still under. I think Canada has a different streaming deal than the United States. Because the way I looked into it, I'm pretty sure I still have to pay for pay-per-views. I think so. I'm gonna have to pay for a $80 pay-per-view 2 weeks in a row.
well, if you think about this though, if everything's free, that means that streaming will be a lot more easy, I think. So
That's true. That's
you could
true.
always do that. So
Yeah, that's okay. That's true. That's fair. But I think Paddy Pimblett and Gaethje is a banger fight. There's obviously other fights he could have made instead of that Paddy Gaethje one, but the fact that Paddy Pimblett is even in that spot in itself is that's a joke, and that is hilarious to me in the best way, you know. Like I'm very excited to see Paddy in a spot like that. That is a massive spot for him. And Diego Lopez had such a close fight with Volkanovski that first time. I feel like a lot of people have like this assumption that it was like a complete steamrolling by Volk, but like it was a close fight. Volk was winning clearly, but it
I mean,
was
Diego almost got him out of there.
yeah, he
He
dropped
almost
him
got
in
him
like
out
the
of there.
third
Yeah,
round. Like
yeah.
anything can happen in that fight, and I'm very excited to see it. Lerone Murphy getting snuffed is something that's unfortunate for him. He's 34 years old, and that was an excellent highlight reel knockout he got on Aaron Pico. But as I said, Diego Lopez is one of my favorite fighters, if not my favorite fighter right now. He is incredible to watch. Every one of his fights are fireworks, and if anyone deserves a shot, it's him or Lerone Murphy. So I'm not too upset about it.
Yeah, man, I'm not too upset about either one of them. It's a little bit weird they're giving Volk. I think that's a little bit more weird than Paddy Pimblett Gaethje because I think Ilya's going to be out for an undisclosed amount of time because there's things going on in his personal life, which is, it happens. But they said definitely not the first quarter, but I think that could be longer. Maybe he's out till the White House or beyond that. But I think Gaethje Pimlet's a very fun fight. I think someone's going to get dusted. Who knows who that's going to be? Odds, I would assume, favor Paddy Pimblett. Speaking of odds, though, if you had to line this fight, what would you line that fight at?
Patty Justin,
Yeah.
I'd say I'd have it pretty close in the odds, to be honest. I'd say Patty would be favored. I'd say Patty would be like plus 130.
Plus 130, Patty.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's minus 200. Patty's minus 200.
Okay. All right.
Gaethje's plus 170. Uh, that's crazy. Like
That
I thought it'd be closer. I thought it'd be closer.
I thought it would be a bit closer too, but
Personally.
I mean, I do think Patty does kind of steamroll him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Gaethje's been out for most of the year. He had a very close fight with Fiziev, but I think Patty's just such a bad matchup for him. His grappling is incredible, and we've kind of seen that's the kryptonite for Gaethje. He's been submitted a bunch of times in his career, and
Yeah,
Yeah, Pimblett his movement on the feet, like getting out of striking range, is it's underrated as well. He's very good at minimizing danger from people, so I think he'll be able to get rid of the danger of Gaethje's punches, and he'll get the takedown off, and he'll probably beat him on the mat. Pimblett is massive for lightweight. When he does that cut, like he's a massive dude. When he gets
he's a
down to
big guy.
155,
Yeah.
he's able to control these guys.
When it when it comes to Diego Lopez and Volk 2, what do you think the line on that'll be?
I think Volk is the favorite, and it's gonna be minus like 150 for Volk.
Close, man. Volk's minus 160.
Okay,
Lopez
I
plus
that
140.
that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Um,
I kind of feel like the UFC, like with this matchmaking, they're just kind of like, yeah, Volk, we want you out of here. Like that's what it feels like to me.
yeah, I do. I do understand that route. It's more disrespectful to Volk if not like if to for anyone it's most disrespectful to Volk because he just
Yeah.
beat Lopez and his next title defense is Lopez again. It does nothing for his legacy. Um, if he beats him twice in a row.
Unless there's something like behind the scenes where he's like, yeah, this is gonna be it for me. I want to fight in Australia, and they're like, okay, well then we're gonna give you, Lopez. Like that's possible, but I don't know. I don't think Volk's gonna retire, but who
Why do you
knows?
think they didn't give it to Lerone? Because I've been hearing for months that it was going to be Volk versus Lerone in December.
He beat Josh Emmett, who's been like kind of floundering, and then he beat a guy that's never been in the UFC, much alone top five.
I guess, yeah.
The finish was sick though, but it's like there's levels. Like that's kind of what
Yes,
it
that's true.
showed. I don't know. Uh, maybe they want maybe they want these contenders to fight each other for once. Like having 4 or 5 guys in a division calling for a title shot is not a good thing, and I would not like to be in that position because um you need contenders that are fighting each other. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna fight him when I get the belt. Like it doesn't
Yes,
work like that. So.
yeah. It
Um,
makes sense to me why Mavzar didn't get it.
Mobstar fights. So Diego Lopez has fought like 8 times since Mobstar and him fought.
Yeah,
Mobstar's fought like once since then.
yes,
Like that's ridiculous, bro. Fight.
yeah.
Um, but we can go on about that all day long. Let's go to another fight that got announced on Gaethje Pimblett 324, the very first Paramount event. We got Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison fighting each other. Me personally, I'm pretty surprised that this fight got made this quick. I thought that this fight, they were gonna wait for this fight to be on the White House card. Me personally,
Yeah.
there was so much time in between then when they got into the cage and all that good stuff. I thought they were just gonna be like, yeah, we can wait a couple more months and go to the White House. But man, it's a tough fight for both of them. I think it's a tough fight for both of these girls. Like, I don't think. Uh, I don't think this fight's going to be a war. I think it's going to be one-way traffic, one way or the other. Um, I think someone's going to get finished. I don't know who it's going to be, but I think, man, I think you got to go with Kayla Harrison because she's staying, she's staying active, and man, she looks damn near unstoppable. So, uh, I'm gonna go Kayla Harrison. Before you go, I'm gonna ask you, what do you think the line on this fight will be?
That's actually such a tough one. Like,
It's a tough
oh,
one, right?
I would have to say Kayla's the favorite. Or
She is.
it might be a pick 'em. It might be close to a pick 'em. But Kayla's going to be like minus 120, minus 130.
Kayla is the same favorite as Patty Pimblett. She's a minus 200. Amanda Nunes plus 170. So we got the same exact odds in the main event and the co-main event of 324.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That is actually kind of crazy.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
man. Nunez could just be washed though, to be honest. Like
She could be.
a lot of time off, and she's been like raising a kid now and not really focusing on her career.
Did you see?
Kayla,
Did you see something about her saying that she would go down to 125 to fight Shevchenko for the triple belt? Did you see something about that?
I did not see anything
I
about
saw
that.
Nunez tweeted. She tweeted to Shevchenko and was like, "Maybe I'll come down to 125 and take your belt," with like a kissy emoji.
Oh
I was
my
like,
god.
yeah, I was like, that's crazy. Like she'd have to lose a lot of freaking weight because I know she had the issues making 135. So, um, yeah,
Maybe Nunez does get it done, man. But that would be insane. But
dude, that would be crazy. That would be nuts, man. Um,
Kayla's so imposing though. Like she's
oh,
massive.
dude,
She's
yeah,
massive.
massive, dude. So who you going with in that fight? Who you going with?
And I think I'm going Kayla Harrison.
I think so
I
too. Yeah,
I'm
but
going pretty
if
much.
if if Kayla goes out there and gets rolled, I'm not gonna be surprised. You know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah,
gonna be surprised.
it
But
could definitely happen. It could definitely happen. I think I'm going with like the younger people in like every one of these championship fights. Pretty much, I'm going Patty. I'm going Kayla. I'm going Diego. I'm predicting a
yeah.
changing of the guard.
Well, shoot. Let's go to the next fight on that 324 card because they dropped bangers on us on Thanksgiving. We got Song Yadong versus Sean O'Malley. Uh, I think that's a great fight
Man,
for O'Malley to get back into the winning column. Uh, I'm a big fan of O'Malley. And I'm a big fan of Song Yadong, man. And Song Yadong's got that power that you don't see often. These both these guys have power that you don't see often in this division. And they are fight finishers. Uh, I'm gonna go with O'Malley here. I think he's gonna be able to snipe him for 3 rounds. I don't know if he'll finish him. I think if he does finish him, it'll be a later finish. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go O'Malley here. I think he's a lot longer than Song. I think he's gonna be able to use his teeps. I think he's gonna be able to use every weapon he has, top to bottom. So yeah, give me O'Malley in that fight, and he's probably gonna call out Marab if I had to guess, but I don't see him getting that rematch. But I'm gonna let you go here, but I'm gonna ask you again. What do you think the odds on this fight are?
I've had Sean O'Malley as the favorite over Song Yudong, I think, and probably like
Yeah,
minus 140, minus 150 range.
close. He's a minus 175 to
Okay,
Song Yudong's plus
yeah.
150. Yeah,
This is a mostly stand-up fight, in my opinion. I don't see Song Yudong going for takedowns on him. He's going to be trying to
yeah,
get his striking going, and he might even disrespect Sean on the feet now after seeing Sean get mollywopped by Marab twice in a row. Um, I think Sean O'Malley, this fight is going to play into his favor completely, though. He's like, this dude is nasty on the feet, no matter what people think. Like about that Marab, those. It's so unfortunate for him that he had to have those two
yeah.
back-to-back fights with Marab, and he got exposed both times. Just looked awful in both of them.
Whoa,
But
whoa,
this is
whoa! That
completely
first fight
different.
was that first fight was
It
close.
was
I'll
a
say that.
yeah. The first fight was close. The first fight was very
It
close. Went
wasn't a
all
molly
5 rounds.
whopping. It wasn't a molly
Yeah.
whopping, man.
The second one was definitely a mollywhopping though.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, Sean O'Malley I think is gonna outstrike Song Yadong. It could go to a decision, but I think it's gonna be a later TKO. Song is so scrappy. I can't see him not getting put out by something like and O'Malley is he's due for a highlight reel or of some sort.
yeah,
I could see him sitting down Song Yadong late in this fight. So I
yeah.
think that's what I'm going with.
Yeah, man, I love it. I love O'Malley's back. I love that he's, having a relatively quick turnaround. So that's nice. We're gonna go next with Waldo Cortez Acosta, the man with 9 kids, against Derek Lewis. That's a banger fight, man. I feel like this fight
That's a
should have happened
banger.
already, man. You know me. I love my Derek Lewis. I'm not picking against Derek Lewis. Um, I think we've seen Derek Lewis play spoiler to so many people, so many times as Derek Lewis cashed in as an underdog. I have to see how many times he's won as an underdog because it's an insane amount of times. He
Yeah.
leads the knockout record in the UFC by like 3 or 4, and he's probably going to add 3 or 4 or 5 more knockouts. before it's all said and done. He's a little older. He is 40 years old, but that's not that old in heavyweight. These as we've seen countless times in the UFC. He's coming off a first round knockout against Talison Teixeira in about 35 seconds in
Had
Nashville.
him climbing the fence.
Nashville. That boy was trying to jump up out of that fence, man. He has two knockouts in a row, two wins for the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, two knockout wins in a row for Derek Lewis. Um, I've seen Waldo sit in the pocket more this year than I have ever seen him do. Because he came into the UFC with that pitter patter style, kind of outpointing guys, but now he's sitting in the pocket. And as we saw in his anti D'Elia fight, he can get hurt regardless of an eye poke or not. He was hurt from also punches, but D'Elia is also known for putting it on guys. Um, if he stands in a pocket with Derek Lewis, that is not a good idea. Of course, he could
Hey,
knock him
but
out.
he's got a chin on him. He
He's
bit
got a
down on that
chin,
mouthpiece, man.
100%. But I am a fan of Antis D'Elia, but I'd be wrong in saying if I thought he had more power than Derek Lewis because it's not even close. Um, Now he could come in with that strategy and he could land one and put Derek out. We've seen that, but I think he'd be more inclined to do that pitter patter, throw a overhand fastball at Derek Lewis's head every now and then. But give me Derek Lewis here, presumably as a big underdog. I think Derek Lewis is going to knock him out in the first round. So let's go with that. And before you get started here, what do you think the odds on this fight are?
Waldo has to be a favorite. He's on a tear. This dude is on a tear. Before I get in my whole tangent here, I think he's a minus 160 or something like that. Um.
He is a minus 265.
Oh my god. Oh
The
my
value.
god.
You see where the
Oh
value
my god.
is?
No, listen. Waldo has completely won me over. I can go back 2 years to like that
Yeah.
Andrei Arlovsky fight, pretty nearly 2 years ago at this point, and he was on my nerves in that fight. He was so many antics. He was like emoting on Andrei Arlovsky despite being up by like 2 strikes maybe at that point in the fight, and he was like belly dancing in the ring on Andrei Arlovsky. It's like, all right, man. But at this point, man, he's undeniable. Auntie Dalia, and then right back at you, Shamil gets like that was insane.
Dude, on like 2 days' notice, bro, flew in, came right in, and weighed in as soon as we got off the plane. That was pretty legendary stuff, man. And
Yeah.
he went in there and he was like, I took this fight on 2 days' notice. I'm coming to bang. Whoever goes
And
down first goes down.
when this one got announced, he posted on social media, "I'm still trying to get on the December card." So like he got this one announced for January, and he's still
Love
saying that he's
that.
trying to get. Yeah, like this
I
dude
love that for him.
loves fighting, and I don't know,
He's
man.
got
I
nine
I
kids,
just
bro. He can't afford to lose, man.
exactly. But Derek Lewis for sure could put him out, but I've got to. I'm fully on board with Waldo now. His movement is very good. I think he kind of moves. He's 265, but he kind of moves closer to a light heavyweight. I don't know. I keep saying that, but he's very in and out. He's very cautious on the feet, and I could see him outpointing Derek Lewis to a decision as well as knocking out Derek Lewis in the first round. Derek Lewis kind of has to knock out Waldo, I think, to win this fight.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think Waldo could game plan a way to bring Derek Lewis all 3 rounds and win this fight, as well as knocking him out in the first round. So there's more ways for Waldo to win. So for that reason, it does make sense why he's a moderately large favorite, like minus 250, minus 260 range. I do see him winning. So I'm fully on board with Waldo at this point, man.
Fair
It's
enough.
got to be Waldo.
Fair enough, man. I got one more fight at 324. That's the last one I have odds for. We got Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva, and I'll be honest with you, I have no idea who's going to win that fight. That's a tough fight. I don't feel strongly one way or the other. I
People
guess
aren't
just for
giving
the,
Arnold enough credit. A lot of people aren't giving him enough credit in this
I,
one.
I think for the sake of picking, I'm going to pick Arnold Allen because I think he's really, really good. But I also think Gene Silva's really, really good. Um, it's a tough fight.
Yeah.
Man, that is a tough fight to pick, but I'm gonna go Arnold Allen there. I like that fight. I like that it's relatively soon. I wonder how long they've known about it. Um, but yeah, give me Arnold Allen here. And before you go, I'm gonna ask you for the last time. What do you think the odds on this fight are?
Gene Silva has to be the favorite, I think. He's gonna be like minus 180.
Minus 195 for Gene.
Okay.
Arnold Allen plus
Yeah.
170. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Arnold's been out for a while. He's kind of injury prone a bit, and like there's the sentiment of like, oh, Gene Silva's gonna be like dialed in for this one because he just lost. I don't know. This is gonna be a very good fight. This is like Arnold Al. This is kind of like the Song Yadong Sean O'Malley one though. Like Arnold Allen's style kind of plays into Gene Silva completely. He's gonna have to get scrappy with Gene Silva, and he's not a guy you really want to get scrappy with. Like even in that Diego Lopez one, man, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. And I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't worried in the second round when Gene Silva was kind of up on the strikes after getting he got 10-8'd the first round by Diego Lopez, but then round 2 he was coming
He
back
did have a
before that
big
spin back
moments.
elbow.
He did have
He
big
did.
moments.
And he's a fighter you don't want to have throwing massive strikes back at you. And Arnold Allen is going to get scrappy with him. There's going to be like mostly on the feet. I think I kind of am favoring Gene Silva here. I think I'm going like round. I probably could see a TKO in this one too. Same as the Song Yadong, Sean O'Malley one. I think I'm probably going round 2 or 3 TKO for Gene Silva.
Tough fight.
Yeah.
Um, I can see it, man. Honestly, I could see it. But you know, those are the fights that we have odds for at the moment. I'm pretty excited that we have two back-to-back uh, premium live events back to back. That's pretty sick to me. Uh, three title fights in a week's time. Also, what do you we're both East Coast guys. What do you think about the time coming back an hour for pay-per-views or PLEs?
I I like that a lot to be honest. A lot of the time if the pay-per-views go long, like if all 5 fights go to the distance and they're not incredibly entertaining fights, if they're 10 o'clock start times, it does start dragging by the end of the night. Like it's like 1
Yeah,
a.m. and the main event is just like starting up and they have the highlight reel package going and I'm like not even watching the highlight reel package. I'm like dozing off
it's
and then the
rough.
walkouts start. I'm like, oh my god, this is an awful viewing experience right now. So sometimes that 10 o'clock format was really terrible. You know, people
Dude,
were
especially for
people
when they
were
do it for the fight nights, when they had to have a 10 o'clock main card for fight
oh
nights. Oh my
yeah, that was the
God, dude.
worst. Like
Some of them were
let's get
brutal,
these
dude.
going. And
Yeah,
the prelims would there would be a finish on the prelims. You're waiting 20 minutes for the main card to start at that point, like the last fight on the prelims, and then it's like, let's just get these going. Let's push this up. Let's push this up. What are we
yeah,
waiting for? Um, I'm very excited for the 9 o'clock start time. It's gonna feel yeah, it's good. You're gonna get to bed earlier, and you're gonna yeah. I like that a lot, man. Going to bed
it's
earlier after
refreshing.
a night of watching fights. It's a lot of fights every time. It's like 6 hours of viewing that you have to
Yeah,
allocate in front of a screen. So it's yeah.
hey
There's
man, I
only
look
one
forward
fight on
to
this whole card announced right now.
what on
I thought there was more on
what on
325.
325. I think they also put on Salkild and Daryush. I just don't know if it's officially announced yet. What do you think about that one as we round this out?
I guess but Neil's coming back already?
Benil, that's what I saw on Twitter. I saw it
That'd
on
be when he
Twitter.
would coming back? That's insane.
That's
I
what
guess I would have
that's
to
what
go with
2.5
Quinlan.
months. That's they already have odds for it. It was Quillen was minus 155 the line.
I'd take that. I'd take that. But Neil is
Yeah,
so he's got no chin on him. I'm sorry.
yeah, you got face down,
And
assed up.
I thought Nazrat was gonna beat Quinlan to be honest. Like Nazrat was on a tear. Yeah, I've never seen Nazrat get put out that bad. Like I don't think he's ever been put out that like that.
That's rough.
That was
Not that
yeah.
bad. That's rough.
I
But
could see Quinlan just knocking him out in the first round, the same way BSD did.
I was out of doubt. Uh, I think that's all for today that we got going. Our next episode will be us previewing UFC 323 this coming Saturday. That'll also be our 100th episode of the Sparring Sessions podcast. So that's pretty cool. So yeah. You got anything else to say, Tristan?
Um, go Lions.
Go Lions.
Go
Yeah,
Lions.
this has been the Sparring Sessions podcast, and it's always a pleasure. So you guys have a good one.